name is Michael Longsmith. I'm the CEO founder of the Community Action Arc project in Reading. What are we about? We are a double-decker bus designed and built by a bunch of ex-cons, ex-homeless and ex-drug addicts. Why did we do it? We wanted to do something to help with the growing epidemic of drug addiction linked with homelessness in Reading. So we went around, done a bit of research and decided that a bus resource centre that we could put people on board, nurse them back to life and possibly get them into a residential rehab if they needed it, may be the answer to the problems that's going on. So watch our story. You're just about to watch a 30-minute video which we filmed on the streets of Reading the other day. Gives you an insight. We picked up Alex and Tim, 37-year-old Tim, heroin addict most of his life, and Alex, 20 years old, who may possibly become an addict quite shortly if he carries on hanging around with the people on the streets of Reading. So we picked the guys up, we had them with us for 4 days, and I'll let the video tell the rest of the story. Warning, there is graphic content about the effects of drug use, including people that's died, and what it does to people's bodies. So there will be pictures of people's arms, needles, etc. So discretion is advised. Not sure it's suitable for children. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hand you over to the video. Thanks. Right, we're round town doing our rounds. Got Alex and Tim with us, speaking to the homeless or the street beggars, and offering them a place in the rehab. Alex is our way in because he knows them. He's just got out. I'm going to upload the videos to offer a couple of people plus spot. You know these guys there?
Them two, no, they're fucking idiots. I don't like them. That one broke my tooth. He's the one who punched me in my mouth.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Is he homeless then?
I don't know, but he's really violent.
Yeah.
He's not the nicest person.
Oh, so you took a punch in the mouth, did you?
Yeah. For asking someone when he was pretty much like 20 metres down, begging on the same line.
Oh, okay. What? He punched you in the face because of what?
Basically, he was 20 metres away from me down Smelly Alleys. I'm at McDonald's. I asked someone for a cheeseburger or a bit of change, and he come up there and he's like, "You fucking asking people, finding me, bang, punch him in the mouth."
Wow, so that was his patch.
People very territorial, some people, but obviously it's the way it goes, isn't it?
Yeah. But he's with a bird and they got a dog, so it looks like he's doing alright. Yeah. So right, you just got out and spoke to that fella, we all know him, and the other guy, and asked him if he wanted a rehab, and what did he say to you?
What, the Lee guy?
Yeah, you asked him if he wanted the bus.
I went out there, I said the art project, they're helping me, so I've come out here to speak to you on behalf of them, and basically I said, would you like a space on the bus? And he went no.
Yeah.
So obviously some of them are happy with the way they are right now.
And what you're saying, he's making a $1 a day, and he's
probably, yeah, he's doing alright, but still, well, obviously this is the opportunity for people to change themselves around. So
yeah,
like me and Tim are doing now. So obviously, well, yeah, some people don't want the help, and it's a shame. Yeah, we're just gonna go look around for a few more people.
So we've done the main routes, haven't we, in town?
Yeah.
Just searching for some of the guys. We're at St Mary's Church. So if you've just joined us, we're with Alex and Tim. Tim's not from round here, so he don't know anybody, but Alex does. You know most of the people, don't you, Alex?
Yeah. I've been on and off homeless around here for the last 2 years. So yeah, it's
what would you describe life on the streets as, you know, with the drug scene and getting your money? And
it is quite bad. Like, if you go and spot, you ask people for change, be like, excuse me sir, could you please spare any change for homeless man, help me get some food today.
Are they homeless?
And no, they're not homeless. And yeah, you get people walking past you going on drugs, all that sort of stuff. They're kind of like pushing the fact on you that they got drugs. I'm not going to say any names of people, so I don't want to disturb.
Yeah, we don't want to get any police involved. Just a general description of what the life is like.
Basically, yeah, there's people walking past you saying I'm on 24/7. They're pretty much advertising themselves and pretty much giving the homeless a choice to go and buy the drugs. And yeah, as they said, there's some pretty dangerous batches going around right now.
What's wrong with the heroin at the moment? People don't know. We're talking about heroin.
Basically, there's a synthetic opioid called fentanyl mixed in some of the batches, and it's up to 10 times stronger than heroin. Literally, if you bought one bit, that would pretty much and you injected it, it would be like taking 7 or 8 bits.
Wow!
And you could overdose very easily off that one bit for a tenner.
But you're not. You ain't got to the stage where you're injecting yet, or
no,
have you had a dabble?
I always smoked it. I always said I'd smoke, I'd never inject, I never would. So
it's the safest way, obviously, is to smoke it.
Smoke it, yeah.
Tim, do you want to comment on anything? Tim injects, don't you, Tim?
Well, injected.
Injected.
Last week, until we got hold of him.
Injecting, yeah, it's an instant hit, but you don't know what you're sticking in your veins at all.
Why do you take your life in, like that? Why do you risk it? Like, tell people that are watching, for a heroin addict, why are you injecting knowing you might not come round?
Feeling of warmth, sometimes
Relieves the stress, I guess.
it relieves stress.
Makes the memories go away.
It helps. Basically, well, you think it's helping your problems, but it's not. Your problems are still there. Well, to be honest, your problems are getting worse every time you stick a needle in your arm.
It's masking over.
Yeah.
You've got a heap of problems. That hit of heroin just makes all them just go into the background, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It just makes you feel warm But you're taking your life, you're risking your life, people are dying on the streets of Reading. They are putting a needle in themselves.
Like, for example...
And they're not waking up. Tell us, Alex.
A few years ago, there's a guy called Brewster.
I remember Brewster. I knew Brewster.
Yeah, he died of an overdose.
Bless him.
And same as a guy called Dan Tozer.
Yeah, I knew Tozer.
He died of an overdose very recently.
Round the back of Salvation Army.
Yeah, and we was all devastated. He was a very good chap. He was very funny, and he was... dedication to him, bless him.
So what, you was rolling with him, you was hanging about with him, like what, the days before, so...
No, I never really talked to him. He's the sort of person I'd walk past and go, you alright chap? And
yeah.
Like, right fella, how you fucking doing?
But was he living in Salvation Army?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and they injected round the back of it.
Yeah. Apparently, rumours went round that he overdosed off a wash, but I don't think that's possible. I think he actually, someone was with him and they didn't bother saving him, basically. That's what happened.
And what is a wash for the people that don't know?
A wash is basically when you are doing an injection, the stuff that's left in the bowl that you cook it up with when you put the needle in and like suck it up. The scraps that are left in the bottom of the bowl, that's the wash. You can recook it back up.
Yeah.
Just put it in a needle. Obviously, the reason why I know this is because I've been around a lot of people. I've sat next to a lot of people that have injected, and it's basically just the scraps, and they use it for emergencies unless they feel ill.
Sometimes the wash is actually stronger than the actual
It can be
hit.
stronger. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I've felt more off a wash on a few times than the actual gear itself. Sometimes it completely wipes you out.
Do you feel safer when you're injecting around people, in case you go over, or wouldn't they call the police?
Don't think about it.
No.
At the time, seriously, you do not think about it.
Just do it.
You just want that in a needle in an easy locatable vein, whether it's in your arm, your leg, your neck, your groin.
Just want it in you.
Yeah. Not good.
What do you think our man here, don't say what his name is, because he hasn't gave us permission to film. What do you think he's going through? He's thinking there.
I actually did work with him for quite a few days. I've actually known him for quite a few years as well, up to like 2-3 years. And basically his day normal life, he wakes up around there, Nationwide or somewhere else. He gets up, he feels ill, he does his washes, and then he just basically begs or sits. And as soon as he gets enough money, but bless him, he just gets his drugs, and like that's the way it goes. He just injects it and then just carries on pushing for money.
So that he's 20 years old, because we made a film about him last year. He was basically one of the reasons why we kick-started the arc. But he's sat there now, and he's rapidly declining from when we last see him. So sat there now, he's had his heroin, he's looked like he's had quite a strong hit, and he's just sat there, he's basically asleep, isn't he? He's gouging out. Yeah. So, you know, what's he feeling like? What kind of buzz is he having? What's it feel like?
When I did smoke heroin, the gouging effect with injecting, I would think, is much stronger.
Yeah.
But basically, when you gouge, it feels like you're spacing out. Like you feel like you're spacing out and you're coming out of yourself, or like you're falling asleep and you're like that, and then you're falling
What's
asleep.
he feeling like down there?
Exactly how Alex has put it. It is a lot stronger. It hits you a lot quicker.
Like your last injection was Monday, because you've been on the bus. So just after we picked you up, well, just before we picked you up, you sorted yourself out, and you haven't had nothing since then. When you're looking at him, is it giving you the taste for it? Are you looking at him and wanting to be feeling like that, or not? Are you starting?
I want to sort my life out, and for me to sort my life out, I need to sort my problems out instead of hiding from them.
Because I know from first-hand experience that when people are on the crack, when they talk about it or get told about it, it gives them the feeling that they want it. Like for somebody like you guys, you do recreational drugs, you're not addicted yet. But Tim here, who's got himself a habit, which he's just beat because he's off it now for 4 days, would that tempt you? Are you looking at him thinking, oh, I like that?
Very honest, I have got myself a habit, but not as bad as injecting. And obviously, part of the reason why I went on the streets, because the manager, I'm not going to name the place we're staying at, so I don't want any problems anywhere. But the hotel I was staying at, basically, I'd bring a friend there because I'd be a bit lonely, and then he'd kick me out. And basically, I'll be out on the streets for weeks and weeks.
Why are you doing
smoke
drugs?
Then smoke it every day, because you're on the streets, people walking past you, and it's very easy to get into.
You've come a part of a community that do recreational drugs, which turns into a habit as something to do.
Yeah.
You're a young lad, you're 20 years old. Why can't you break that cycle?
Well, I am breaking it, but basically, when you just come back out on the streets and you're making money, and then there's all people going, oh, do you want to chip in? They all push to kind of get more for themselves. Like they say, oh, do you want to chip in so we can get 1.5 each and all that? And then if you're like.
Oh, he's filming it!
Hey. Bless him.
Basically, what was I going on about again? That totally
about people chipping in, and you're part of a community, and their life is doing
and
it.
It's pushing on for it, and just people push for it, and that's just me. I don't have a problem saying if doctors diagnose autism, I'm a bit more gullible to situations like that. So people walk past me and they say, "Oh, do you want to chip in?" Yes, and that's how it starts.
Yeah.
And then obviously I have had myself a habit, but when I was let back into the hotel, I managed to get myself off it, and then it started again, and it's done. So
what kind of drugs is it that you do?
Well, when I'm on the streets, crack and heroin, but when I was in the hotel, I was mostly just cannabis smoker, which cannabis actually helps me because I have hyperactivity, and it chills me out quite a lot.
So your drug of choice would be cannabis. You could quite easily chill out in a bed sit, having a bag of weed every couple of days, and do you think eventually you'll be able to get yourself a job and be able to be self-sufficient?
Yeah, I do.
But at the moment, while you're hanging about with this underworld of drug addicts, homeless, you're going to just go along with them. It's like you're going to go with the flow of what's going on.
Pretty much, yeah.
So when you're in this environment, you're going to become a part of the environment.
Yeah, basically that's what I'm trying to say.
You're a vulnerable young lad, you're quite easily led.
We're all vulnerable young people, you know what I mean? It's not like anyone's not vulnerable, he's vulnerable. The guy down there is pretty much vulnerable.
Yeah.
Everyone is vulnerable. It's not like I've been beaten up on the streets. taken a lot of drugs on the streets, and yeah, it's just the way it goes, unfortunately.
So what's happened to you on the streets? You described earlier that one of the guys, you was at the end of Smelly Alley, you asked somebody for a cheeseburger because you was near McDonald's. What happened to you?
Basically, well, I'm not going to mention the guy's name, but he's looked at me, frowned at me, got up, walked over to me, and he's fucking asking people in front of me, and I was like, yeah mate, obviously I need a cheeseburger, like, you shouldn't have a problem with that, what's the problem? And he's literally just gone, and I literally
knocked your tooth out
completely.
How long ago was that?
And then he's hit me again, and then people, it's been the last couple of months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's quite protective of his patch.
Yeah, basically, and obviously because he had like 2 3-size building me, I couldn't really defend myself in the way I needed to. So yeah, some people are like that on the streets. People are really vulnerable, and it's the truth. With everything.
Tim, have you had any experiences like that?
No.
No, you've been all right.
I've been all right on the violent side of things. But as Alex said earlier, people do get territorial over begging spots, and no.
So basically, what's happening now?
These guys come over and speak to us.
Oh, okay, we're moving. We're sat in the town centre.
That guy there's a beggar.
Which one? This guy?
I don't know if he's homeless or not.
He's a beggar.
Yeah.
We're in the town centre, and a lot of the guys that are begging have got a drug addiction.
Oh, pretty much all of them.
So, do we leave them sat there in pain, suffering, or do we give them money to buy drugs with? Nobody wants to see someone suffer, but nobody wants to see them killing themselves.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword. What do we do?
That's the thing.
You know, what do we do? You know, I'd love to pick that fella up there and take him back to the bus and do what Tim done, but he's got to want it. He's got to want it for himself. Tim wanted it. When we spoke to Tim, he was sat there just like them guys, the same as you, Alex. And it was just a couple of minute conversation, and he just picked up his sleeping bag and just come with us, same as you.
And actually, the funny thing was, I was actually working with him for the last few days before that as well. I was actually on the streets begging with him, and then obviously the thing come around where I was sat in the middle of Broad Street Mall having a tantrum, as they say.
Let's go round and have a look where you were sleeping. I'm not going to mention where it is in case things go wrong for anybody else and they have to sleep there, but we're going to go round. Can you show us where you were sleeping, Tim? Yeah. I can drive round and now we're going to drive round to a back of a store, and we're going to go to where you were sleeping as well. It's round about the same place, isn't it?
We was pretty much making kind of like a double bed thing.
Ooh, a double bed?
Yeah, sort of like one cardboard set there and then one like half a metre across from the other one.
Oh, okay.
Keep, like, make sure
bless you. So you was looking after each other. You've become good friends, haven't you, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here we are at Marketplace in That's where we had the bus the other day. Oh, they do a nice bit of grubbing there, don't they? Look at that, look. They ain't messing about.
Yeah.
We'll go for something to eat in a minute. Just want to make the public aware of what's going on. Reading Football Club, by the looks of it. Look like they're training people. Not a lot of people out on the streets today. We've only come across 2, haven't we?
3.
There's one here. This is a girl here, isn't it? Where is she?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you want to go for a place? Just be straight with her what we do. She can bring the dog on board. How you doing?
Oh, yeah. How are you? I'm basically art projects. Yeah. Art projects.
That's really good.
What's she want to do?
You can bring the dog on board as well. Yeah.
What time will you be here later? What time do you want picking up? About 5:30. Alright, darling. What was her name?
I can't remember. I've never really spoke to her much.
So what did you say to her?
Basically, I just got out and said art projects are helping me, so I'll come out here and speak to you on behalf of them. I said there's a space on the bus available for you, and they'd like to help you. There's rehab available, and would you like to sort yourself out? Would you like space there? And she said yes. I
Wow.
said, bring a dog aboard.
You're a bit of a good representative there, aren't you, mate?
Yeah.
Right? Right, so here we are. We're around the back of these shops here where homeless people finding themselves. So it's down there, isn't it?
No, it's a bit further up
Oh,
here.
is it?
Yeah.
So we're going to have a look at the kind of places that the homeless people are.
Just stop near this green bin here.
Stop
Should
near
we
the
get
green
out and
bin.
walk?
Yeah, let's get out and
Just
walk.
up the stairs.
Up here?
Yeah.
All
Let's get
right.
out and see.
What is that?
Cardboard all laid out.
Oh, let's get out. We're going to this is where we are. Alex is going to show us
Basically, we see people around here.
okay.
Cardboard we had laid out up there. Woman come out at about 6:30 and said, on behalf of Mother Care, we'd like you to move. They say it everywhere. They don't want us sleeping outside or under there. Under there, they gave us stress. But yeah, we haven't been here for a good.
So
week,
somebody's sleeping here, are they, at the moment?
Is that your clothes, Tim?
That's your clothes,
That's
Tim.
all my old clothes.
That's Tim's gear.
I swapped the sleeping bag over because it was easier to put in my bigger bag, and I put all my clothes in.
Kneel down there and explain to us what's going on here then, Tim.
Well, slept down here quite a few nights, and
Well, we slept up there first, didn't we? And then we got moved. And then I said, come down here, Tim. They won't disturb us over there. On the way in.
yeah, we didn't get disturbed down here at all.
You was alright down there.
Yeah, but it's still not ideal. We're still on the streets.
Yeah, of course it's not ideal. But so where are we? We're underneath Mother Care. They seem to have left that there, so nobody's disturbed that. And you was also sleeping up here, which seems a safer bet. If I was homeless, I'd sleep up here. Is it,
Very early time in the morning.
they moved you early in the morning off there.
Because we're in the doorway up on.
Where else did you stop round here, Alex?
There's another place. Oh, where was it? I think it was around the other side. There was a
You was
place
in the Oracle
little-
bin room, weren't you?
There was a room where there was. Do you know where the replacement O's are?
Yeah.
There's a replacement O's and there's some bins and all that sort of stuff in the back. That was one thing. I've slept on there. I'm not going to mention the Oracle guard's name, but when they woke me up in the morning, one of them actually threatened to knock me out. Said, when I'm out of work, let's have it. And I said, okay, let's have it. And so now, apparently, when I see his face out of work, we're going to have a fight. Yeah. Which is very unfortunate.
So talk to us about there's other charities that must be coming round. St Mungo's, they do a great job. They're coming round, they're speaking to you. Well, why aren't you getting off the street?
Well, basically, they put you in places like Salvation Army and Hamilton Court, which require referrals. And basically, when referrals are hard to get, they need to believe that you're off of drugs, basically, before you go there. But then they kind of make themselves seem that they're not on it, and we get in there, and then they come back on it again.
Okay.
And that's, I don't know much about that, but that's what I believe is happening. Because a few people have told me about that.
So I think that what might be a good thing that we need to introduce to St Mungo's is the access to the free rehab betal.uk. They can house 500 people in the UK free of charge, and can take them within 48 hours, 24 hours of a consultation on the phone. So this is what we're going to be doing, is offering people a place there, as well as Walk Ministries and other Christian rehabs, or don't need to be Christian, but any rehabs throughout the country which are free. So that's what we plan on doing, is offering these guys a place in a rehab pretty quick. As you can see, Tim smokes, and he's got a few issues going on which is preventing him from going to Betal. He's got a sign at the police station and things like that, and they won't have him while that's going on. So we're trying to work that out with him. We need a rehab that's going to take him with the conditions of signing on once a week at the local police station, which we sort out by the rehab. So we're trying to work that now. Can't expect him to give up smoking straight away. He's just come off heroin. You know, he needs to gradually do things with his own willpower. Go on, mate. Alex is just going to go off to use the loo, or the usual spot. So where did you used to go toilet, mate, when you was stopping here?
I was just explaining to him I used to piss in a bottle,
Yeah.
and then tip it in the bin.
So you used to go in the toilet in a bottle.
Yeah.
And what did you used to go and find an hotel or McDonald's or something to go and do your business? The number 2, I mean, not the other one.
If it's open shopping centre,
Yeah.
never actually had to go outside late because, well,
What about showers? Surdic and that provide showers. Did you ever meet Surdic? I think we should have a drive down there actually and go and speak to him. So, standing there now, mate, I'm going to get a shot of you by your old bed. That's where Tim was sleeping Monday when we come and got him. And he's been staying on the bus ever since, and we want him to stay on there until we can sort him out somewhere else. But the buses in Reading bus is getting fixed. If he doesn't come out tonight, we've got nowhere to put him apart from a hotel, which we're probably looking to do. So that's where we are at the moment. Right, as soon as you've had your cigarette, let's get in the motor. Let's go and find Alex. So guys, here we are uptown, showing everybody what's really going on. Alex is just using the loo. I'm going to go down to Surdic. I'm not sure whether they appreciate me filming down there, so I'm not going to film anything straight away unless they let me. Here's Alex.
Hello again.
But I'm going to stay live while we're on our way there. Oh, Tim's gone to the toilet. How far is he?
He's just around the corner.
So where was your spot then? Did you have a patch?
Basically, I just slept anywhere I could.
What about begging? What was your begging spot?
The whole middle of Broad Street.
Oh, you had the whole middle. That's
Yeah.
quite
That was my patch. Pretty
was
much.
that quite lucrative?
I did let other people kind of spot there, but only when I was away from me.
What could you make a day then? What's a good day for you?
Good day at 200.
200.
Yeah.
What about weekends?
One day.
And that?
One day I'll tell you about a good time. It's about a year and a half ago. Do you know Station Road?
Yeah.
Do you know the Revolution Bar? Sat opposite there by the cash point. Some young blonde guy in a suit come out, yeah, and he went to the cash point. I turned my head around. I turned my head around, and I said, "You right, fella? How's your day been today?" And he was like, "Yeah, not bad. Yourself?" I was like, "Nah, to be honest, mate. Being completely honest, my day hasn't been that really good. My day hasn't been that good. Not many people have been helping me at all. Made up 5 all day." He went, "Oh, I feel sorry for you, yeah." He got a full wad of cash out of the cash machine, yeah, and then he walked off for a second and then walked back, said, "Do me a favour, mate, don't spend it all. 240 quid,
Wow.
one go." And yeah, then that night I got about another 50 quid drop, and I got another couple of 20s that night, and that's probably one of my best nights, about 4 or 5.
Yeah. And
So-
what did you do with the money? I suppose you went and put a deposit on a bed set and bought some clothes.
To be honest, when you're on the streets like that, that doesn't occur to you.
No.
To be honest, I didn't spend it all on that stuff. I didn't buy any heroin. I just bought some crack and I bought quite a bit of weed, and I got some food, and I just basically made sure I did buy myself a little sleeping bag.
So in a
Make sure
way,
it's
it did
alright.
bring you some comfort in a way.
Yeah, but I'm just happy that I didn't really buy any heroin with it. I just bought some weed and crack. But obviously, them days are coming to an end for me. So
what would if someone gave you £1,000 now? If somebody put you in a bed sit now, gave you £1,000 to go and buy furniture and clothes, do you think you're at a stage where you wouldn't go and buy any drugs and you'd actually get your SHIT together?
yeah, I actually would. I would go to the furniture. I would probably I probably would find 20 quid just to have a little smoke.
So you'd buy some weed with it?
Yeah, a little bit.
What
Only
about the
20
crack?
quid. No. I'll get myself a little 10 bag of weed and then I'll buy all my furniture. I wouldn't be bothered, because then I'd have the situation before me that, oh shit, excuse my language, sorry. Basically, oh, this is actually happening. I've got my bed sit, I've got furniture, I'm gonna get my furniture, blah blah blah. and yeah, I think something would click in my head.
What about not taking people back there? Because we know you've been put up in a hotel by the social services, and you've tried to take your friends back there, and that's against the rules, so they've asked you to leave.
Yeah, but yeah.
If you had a bed sit, how can you be sure that you wouldn't turn it into like a little party area?
I never really turned it into a party area. I'd just bring a friend around, and we just literally just sit there having a chat.
You just want a bit of company.
Yeah, basically, and I just got kicked out of loads of places for it. I will admit, when I was 16, and obviously I was still 4 years younger than I am now, I did have like 2 or 3 friends around. We was a bit loud sometimes, but that's to avoid the fact that teenagers are going to be like that, aren't they?
What is it that you suffer from? Because you're still under the care of the social services. So
well, they say that I suffer from autism and ADHD. Autism is in the fact of how I perceive situations and how gullible I am to some situations, which I am kind of growing up to now.
Yeah.
Like I can understand a lot more than I did, let's say 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah. Yeah.
So obviously, your parents, you was brought up. What was you in care?
Yeah, I was in care. Yeah. I don't want to say this. Basically, my dad was a very bad man. He's in jail. Never seen him before. He kind of groomed my mum, and she gave birth to me when she was in her early 16th year.
Yeah.
And basically, he was very abusive. Threatened to kill her and me as a baby. And so my mum couldn't handle it anymore. By 3 or 4, got sent to care.
Wow. So you don't know your mum?
I know my mum.
Oh.
I know my mum very well, but
how's she getting on?
She's to be honest, she is going. I can't really say too much, but she's had a few bad relationships since then. One, in fact, was actually a support worker that used to support me in my old school. And yeah, he turned out to be a bit of a player. When I was begging on the streets a few weeks ago, I actually saw him with another woman, and I just said to him, "Fucking, excuse my language, bloody player." And yeah.
What's your dreams in life? Where do you want to be?
And that's a bit weird, but I want to go to Japan.
Okay, what do you want to do over there?
I want to be an animator.
Alright.
And I'm very good at drawing manga. And because I've watched so much animation in my life, and realistic animation as well, I actually have quite a good grip on the way the Japanese live, and I do like the idea of it.
What's the animation things that you watch? I noticed you've had your head stuck into that pad all week. What is it you're watching?
Oh, I'm just watching this random series called Hack Roots. It's about these people that can actually take themselves into a game, and there's this weird plot. It's just watching random series.
But that keeps you entertained.
Yeah, it keeps me entertained. Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of it's really funny. Like I was showing you lot the scene the other hour, and it's where all these people are in a classroom test, and they're trying to distract the teacher. And this guy goes, "Sensei, don't you think I look thinner with my shirt on?" And then this woman goes, presses a button, and he literally goes flying with a rocket chair into the ceiling. And yeah, they all laughed. So yeah, it has funny qualities to it, but yeah, it does keep me entertained. It has for a long time, basically.
Well, I am down by the great organisation Surdic, who out these guys endlessly with love and support, and it looks like it's open, so I'm probably going to pop in there. There's a guy outside, so I'm not going to film him. But yeah, I'll keep you updated, guys. Pray for the bus to be finished by the end of today, because we want to be on it this weekend and next week. We're in the hands of Reading Buses. See you in a bit.